have nearly 50 extremely valuable and important maps. They show the global positioning system, world importance of Izmir and the Aegean and Izmir Gulf and Göbekli Tepe. Okay, there are lots of maps to do this, but these maps are 3,000, 300,000, 3 million years old, and nobody knows what they are all about, because they're called Portolan maps, and Portolan maps have always been celebrated all over the planet as the best maps ever. These maps directly, it's to do with the maps that are derived from them in the view of a man called Livio Catullo-Statini, an Italian-American university professor, and he said all ancient measure comes from Izmir Gulf. So we can go anywhere all around Izmir Gulf, from the ocean, from the opening of the Gulf to Güzelbahçe, and then we can go to where Alexander the Great had his famous get-together at the bottom of... I don't think my maps were drawn here. I think they were redrawn here, and they were initially drawn from orbiting satellites in Florida or somewhere like this. But you've got other overlaps at every level. It's been done by a satellite in orbit. I can show you how they all overlap, and the numbers are whatever's logical. Professor Livio Catullo-Statini, an American professor of measure, who started me off on this in the first place. I mean, I'd come to live in Izmir for other reasons, but I just happened to be reading his book, and it said that latitude 38, 28 degrees north of the equator is where all measures were started. So I said, okay, where is it? I'm a geographer, I should know these things, but I had no idea. And I looked at it, and it was Izmir where I was sitting. I was actually in Alsancak at the time. Good heavens! They put the baseline here, and then everything sort of follows from that. So there are 12 12, 30 degrees. Whether or not as you go up, it's like our maps, and it goes to nothing at the pole and wide at the equator. But basically it's got lots of little circles, and if you count 12 of them, here I'll keep my hand on there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, say that's 12, I don't know if it is or not. And if you have that, then if you put the other side overlapping, not so it hides, but so it fills in the space. Now, the most strange thing about my studies and about my maps is that they are all based on circles, and there are 360 degrees in a circle. These circles then are 360 divided by 12, 12/30 are 360, and these 360 degrees gives you the exact measure upon which all the maps in my series are based. That's the line here that counts. From here, across through Aphrodisias, across to Sybaris, across to Finisterre, the end of Land's End. And I want to talk about lying on my back underneath this band here. And the band goes through Rhodes, very famous for the Knights of Rhodes. It goes through Crete, and Crete is very, very famous for the ladies who wore basques. Given to research by Leicester University some London University maps that are covering the whole planet, and these maps are amazingly accurate. That event in Troy, the destruction of Troy, was the start of the patriarchal revolution. It was when men took over the planet from women, and that date is a certain date for the maps that I'm presenting, the maps that I have got. But I can take that date further back. Now, my research shows that the Hittites are a spoof a Western spoof, a male dominant spoof. The Hattians, however, are something quite different, because the word Hat in Turkish means place, route, contour, all sorts of things which point 100% to them being maps. And so the Hatti were not a tribe or anything, the Hatti were people who were map makers. But the cultural thing as far as it's concerned in Turkey, we first of all got now, then we go back to 1300 when these maps were last copied, and then we go back to 1100, 1100 BC, before the current age, when a whole change took place, and you mentioned it a little while ago. The men took power from the women, and that goes back to Abraham. So why is it like that? Because they were drawn in 1330, 700 years ago, onto animal skin, and there was no north, south, east, west, and nobody knew the compass. Same setup entirely as all over the planet, particularly for us here in Hattusha and in Adana and in the whole of the world of these maps. This is the man who copied the maps 700 years ago in 1330. His name is Augustinus de Canestris.